I've kept toying with this a little bit because the thing about coding and programming is that everything we type, and in this case say in Google, the coders and the programmers and the engineers, they taught it what to do, okay? So I wanted to keep playing with this and just explore it a little more, and I found something interesting that anytime you say the word like before President Trump's name, it will capitalize the P in president, but no other time will it. So let me just show you. I hate President Trump, lowercase. I like President Trump, capitalized. And I'll do it again real quick for good measure so you can see. I hate President Bush, but all my friends like President Bush. So, okay. It'll do this yourself. Just open Google Chrome, hit the microphone, play around with it. It'll do it. Here's what I'm thinking. The programmers who taught this thing what to do just said, we're never going to capitalize President Trump's name unless somebody says, I like President Trump. I can't think of any other explanation because, again, they teach this. The coders, the programmers that build this stuff, they teach these things what to do. And this has been taught not to capitalize President Trump's title in his name anytime that I found, except if you use the word like, which is just a really lazy, this is what annoys me. It's a group of dudes sitting around in Silicon Valley saying we hate President Trump and we're not going to show him the respect through the voice dictation feature by capitalizing the P. We're not going to do that. So if somebody wants to use the voice dictation feature, they have to go back and capitalize the P themselves. And the only time we're gonna, fine, okay, if we have to, we'll capitalize it if somebody says they like President Trump. There. They can have it. But for everybody else, for the resistance, we're going to give them the big nod of not capitalizing his name. And again, as I mentioned before, the real problem here, it's annoying for Trump supporters, and it's indicative of Google's implicit bias. But the real problem here is that the voice dictation feature is a tremendous tool. Thank you, Google and the tech community. It's a tremendous tool for the visually impaired, but the visually impaired are the only ones who don't know they're being duped and used as tools and vessels to communicate Google's anti-Trump message. And that's the really ugly part about this. It's the big reason they should change it, because they shouldn't insert their politics and their bias into our products that we use. But it's really kind of gross that they did it knowing that blind people would never know the difference and they would be vessels to communicate Google's anti-Trump message. Really not okay. Anyway, use the word like before President Trump. It will capitalize his name. In all other instances that I have found, it will not. That is something that they explicitly programmed into this software.